ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to week 13 here on the No Punt Intended podcast here on Entertainment Buddha. Be sure to check us out online at www.entertainmentbuddha.com, where we make you a better geek one post at a time. With me, as always, is the number nerd himself, Mr. Justin Ludwig.
Yeah, I'm the same guy who put some stock into New England Patriots running back Jonas Gray, and apparently that was stupid of me.
What did I tell you?
It's dumb, but we'll circle back to that. So I don't want to,
Yeah. Well, and
I don't want to spoil things yet.
To be fair, we didn't know he was going to be late for a meeting, so there's that. But
we did just turn the clocks back, so maybe he just forgot. I mean, I did that in my car. I forgot to turn it back. So then the first time I drove it after turning the clocks back, I thought, oh boy, it's really late. And then I thought, oh wait, I just forgot to turn the clock back. Mea culpa.
It happens. So yeah, how did our picks turn out last week?
I got slaughtered 4-11. You did the antithesis. Well, you did better than you normally do. You did 8-7.
All right.
The favorites against the spread were 6-9, which is interesting. The home team against the spread was 8-7.
Okay. So it really was no dominant favorite or underdog.
No, it was a weird pattern of the favorites won, but the favorites didn't cover. For instance, Green Bay won by 3. They were favored by 10.
Mm-hmm.
Who else did?
San Fran was another.
San Fran, San Diego, Denver, Dallas.
Yeah.
All these teams won. They just didn't cover. I mean, Dallas misses by half a point. Denver misses by 4.5. San Fran misses by 3. It's just not quite enough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely kind of an interesting gambling week.
Maybe they were just looking forward to, the next week, celebrate Thanksgiving, maybe thinking about what they were going to buy the shopping season.
Could be. There's
That's what I get.
Bless you. There's plenty of good deals for sure. I know I've had my eye on a few things, but that's not football talk. So
well, apparently the Patriots get a great deal on running backs because they go through them like nobody's business. I'm allergic to them.
Just like Jonas Gray was allergic to touching the ball on Sunday.
Yeah.
Apparently. Anyway. So yeah.
Anyway.
We've got three Thursday games this week because it's Turkey Day.
3 of them.
3 of them. All division rivalry games, which makes it fun.
That does make it fun.
Yeah. First up, we have, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Who was our fantasy thrillers and chillers? Let's not forget them.
You're making me sneeze from getting ahead of yourself. The thrillers. Leaning towards Justin Forsett as the first guy.
Yeah, his performance last night was pretty exceptional.
He was projected for 16, scored 30 on 22 attempts, 182 yards, 2 scores.
Mm-hmm.
You could have also picked Odell Beckham Jr. I do this.
Get it out.
He was projected for 12, scored 28.
Yeah, and that
had one great catch.
Yeah, if spectacular catches could score fantasy points, he would have won the week.
Some leagues they do, I think. Maybe, I don't know.
They should start taking into account Sports Center top 10 plays. Like if your fantasy player gets on the top 10 like that, you get bonus points.
Yeah, but what if LeBron plays that night? Then we're kind of...
What's that?
I said, what if LeBron plays that night? Then we're kind of,
That's what happens when you go up against the NBA season.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, then you just do a basketball fantasy league and draft LeBron. And then you could do the same kind of scoring.
That's true.
All right.
You're a thinker.
Yeah,
You're a thinker.
I'm trying to innovate fantasy sports.
Maybe that's the last one.
I'll try to innovate sneezing medicine.
Thank you. Speaking of chillers, because it's giving me a chill over here, apparently. First one I picked, any New England running back who wasn't LeGarrette Blount.
Yeah.
If you paid close attention, you would notice that LeGarrette Blount had 12 carries, and he was in there for 17 snaps. So if he was there, odds are he was probably going to run.
Yeah. Yeah, I was not expecting him to get that many carries, but
yeah, and he actually stayed for the whole game. So,
yeah, and Jonas,
but you don't get extra points for that though.
Yeah. Jonas Gray didn't play because he was late to a team meeting or something on Friday. So,
is that the real reason?
Well, that's what they say. But I mean, I've learned to stay away from New England running backs. That's been a policy of mine the last couple of years because 1 week they'll score 4 touchdowns and 200 yards like Jonas Gray did, and then the next week he won't touch the ball. Yeah,
I need to add that reason to the list now.
Yeah.
What was I going to look up? I don't remember. I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Alfred Blue was another fantasy chiller. It wasn't a super clear week as to who would be a quote chiller, but Mr. Blue projected for 15, scored 4 on 16 attempts, 46 yards. Wasn't a good week for the Texans anyway.
No, it wasn't.
But they also lost Ryan Mallett for the year, but then they got back Ryan Fitzpatrick, so even Steven.
Yeah, I think that's basically, one Ryan's as good as the other. In this, at this time anyway for the Texans.
Good thinking.
I can't think of an even Stevens term for Ryan, but that's basically what it is.
It's good. I like it.
They're 1-to-1 on the ratio scale.
Oh, that works.
All right. Let's see. Oh, we had the Chiefs losing to the Raiders. That was. We even talked about that being a trap game last week, and
I know. I fell for the trap.
We still both picked the Chiefs.
We both fell for it.
So congrats.
We didn't avoid the clear trap because we thought it was a trap.
Right.
But we got trapped by the trap.
We thought too much into the trap. So congrats to the Raiders for getting their first win of the year. Latavius Murray had 4 rushes for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns.
It's a good yards per carry.
That's very good.
Although I would wag my finger at you for using yards per carry. It's not robust.
Well, yeah, 4 rushes is small sample size.
Small sample size, exactly.
Yeah, I just.
As a result, they've really shaken up the AFC West division odds.
Yeah,
I'm not being super serious, but
I was surprised at the Chiefs. I was surprised at the Chiefs' poor run defense that game.
Every game we got trapped.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you say we get into these Week 13 picks?
Well, let's start the tires and light fires.
All right. First up, Chicago at Detroit. Detroit is -7.
Good division matchup. 7-4 Lions hosting the 5-6 Bears.
Yeah.
I'm not too wild about these Bears. I feel like on the national stage, wearing their awful throwbacks, the Lions, I think they're going to do all right.
Yeah. I'm taking the Bears.
Ooh, any reason?
I think that -7 is a little too high. I don't trust Detroit to cover that. Especially, I mean,
that's fair.
I don't really trust the Bears either. But maybe I'm just hoping.
Who do you not trust the least? That's what I was going for.
Well, Matthew Stafford played terrible on Sunday.
Yeah.
So and at least Cutler in Chicago looked like they had, they were able to get something going, and get some of the wide receivers more involved. Matthew Forte had a good game. They were down
Forte had a good
10-0 after the first half. Came back, scored 21 straight. That's kind of a good sign, I guess. So, yeah, I just think that 7's too high for Detroit. So I'm going to take the Bears.
Yeah, the big thing to be worried about for the Lions, Matthew Stafford threw 18 of 46.
Right.
Which was far and away, starring Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise, the lowest completion rating he's had the entire year. So that doesn't bode well.
Yeah, it wasn't a good day for Detroit's passing game.
No. It's going to be a good day? Thursday, because we have the matchup that everybody's kind of been circling for the entire year. When the Philadelphia Eagles head into Dallas to play Dallas, who's favored by 3.
Yeah, it sucks for Dallas because they played Sunday night and they got to turn around and play Thursday. Especially after they're playing a back-to-back division games, and after coming off that, if you're a Cowboys fan, that was kind of an emotional win. The Cowboys came back and scored and took the lead in the final minute. That takes a lot out of a team, and to turn around and have to prepare for the Eagles immediately is a tough task. So, I'm going to take Philly. If they're getting points, I'll take them at +3 against Dallas.
-3. It's an interesting line. They're basically saying they're even Steven, except the fact that Dallas is hosting. So, I mean, I don't know why I'm calling it a gut feeling. I'm picking Dallas, and again, I don't know why.
Okay,
I don't know why.
Just going with your gut.
Yeah,
I can't argue with that. I've done that.
I really don't have a rationale for that.
I think maybe DeMarco Murray's gonna have a DeMarco Murray game, perhaps.
Yeah, he didn't do so well this week. Maybe that's it. Maybe I feel like he'll bounce back.
Could be. And sure. Romo threw 4 touchdowns against the Giants last week. So the Eagles, it's not like the Eagles can solely, focus on DeMarco. They have to be worried about Des Bryant and Jason Witten too.
Yeah.
So that adds a little wrinkle to it. Cowboys are not one-dimensional. That they are not. So, all right, you're taking Dallas. I'm taking Philly.
Yep.
All right.
We've already disagreed twice.
Yeah. Next up on Turkey Day is Seattle at San Francisco. San Fran's -1.
Both teams played at home last week.
Correct.
So none of them are going from east to west to east. Wait, west to east to west. That's it. Because they were all
there's
the
not
same
extensive
time
traveling.
No. Which is good for them, which I think is why the line is so low. But I'm speculating. Pure speculation. But I'm also speculating that Seattle's going to win this game outright, which is why I'm taking them +1.
It is. It's definitely an interesting line because I was thinking San Fran. I was thinking of taking them because they are at home. Even though they didn't really blow out the Redskins like they should have. Especially when RG3 had the game that he did. I don't know. I got a feeling San Fran's going to win this game, so I'm gonna take them.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I'm going to take San Fran.
Why do you think they're going to win? You just do?
I think they're piecing everything together. They have a strong running game with Frank Gore and Carlos Hyde. I think if San Fran can keep Marshawn Lynch in check, that'll certainly give them a better opportunity to win the game. And I think that's something they can do with Alden Smith back. He had a pretty solid game last week for that San Fran front line.
Yep.
So and Seattle on the road is kind of up and down this year, so that's why I'm going with San Fran, going with the Niners.
2-3 on the road versus 5-1 at home. So
with a 1-point differential spread.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what's your let's do this. What's your favorite Thanksgiving Day game?
Ooh, probably Philly Dallas.
Yeah.
I think that one has the most at stake.
No,
even though we won't be eating steak. We will be eating turkey. San Fran, Seattle looks like it'll probably have wild card implications, as there are 3 teams currently in the NFC at 7-4. 2 of them are San Fran and Seattle. The NFC East has division winner implications, which could translate into a bye.
Yeah. Yeah, both Eagles and Cowboys are 8-3.
Mm-hmm. The other 2 teams in that division are 3-8, so that's a nice inversion.
That's about as mirrored as you can get. But
Chicago, Detroit's gonna be fun, but it doesn't have quite the
yeah.
build-up.
I mean, Detroit's still up there in the division. I mean, they're 7-4. You know, they're 4-1 at home, so you know that definitely has implications as well. But yeah, that Eagles Cowboys game. That's, you know, whoever wins obviously is going to be leading the division in, you know, after week 13. So
you know who wins? The fans, maybe.
Yes,
unless it's stinky.
Which hopefully it's not.
Unless it's like a household that serves a lot of cranberry sauce, because I don't particularly care for cranberry sauce.
Nor do I.
How do you? You don't? Yeah.
No.
You don't particularly care.
I usually just take the dish and pass it.
Yep.
Well, the good news for me is I'm eating Thanksgiving at like 12:30, so I'm going to miss some of the Bears-Lions game, but I will not miss the Eagles-Cowboys, so I'm okay with that.
And that's like right after when you wake up from your post-turkey nap. You'll be refreshed, ready
to focus.
And then during halftime, you can have leftovers. That was well timed. Whoever came up with the itinerary gets an A+, a star.
Mom just told me be here at 12.
Good work.
So good work, Mom. All right, so let's move on to Sunday's game. First up, we have Washington professional football team at the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are -10.
10 points, huh? It's a lot. I'm not dissuaded by that 10 because they just thoroughly beat Jacksonville.
Yeah, but for that first half, it was a little sketchy for the Colts.
A little sketchy.
I think it was like 6-3 at halftime.
Yeah, but the tough thing is you can't really put a lot of stock in RG3 right now.
No, but the line for them at San Fran was like +9.5, and they obviously covered that. So that's
true.
You're kind of uncertain about this double-digit spread here at Indy.
It's like Oakland right now. They can just apparently play up to the other team's ability.
Yeah,
just can't win.
Yeah.
But I'm taking the Colts.
All right, it's tough. I'm gonna take Washington.
All right. We have literally disagreed on the first 4 games. We have not agreed yet.
Well,
I don't know if we've ever done that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, I don't know. That 10-point spread and the way the Colts are playing right now doesn't make me too confident they can cover that.
All right.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, there's not much urgency for them either. They're 2 games ahead, which, doesn't seem like much. 5 to play, but
right. Yeah, in that division, they're fairly safe as long as they don't shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, but I guess it helps that the team behind them, the Houston Texans, are hosting Tennessee, another AFC South team. The Texans are favored by 6, but they also just lost aforementioned the guy that's been starting for them, Ryan Mallett, and now they have to welcome back? Question mark. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
I like Houston, but it's more like I like Houston because they seem to be the better team overall this season.
Yeah, but do you think they can win by 6?
question.
Because, I mean, Tennessee's been... Well, I mean, they kind of got...
They've been tough.
Blown out by the Eagles last week, but... What was that final score?
43-24.
Yeah.
So 17 points, which was 6 more than the hypothesized 11 points that the spread was.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough for Houston without Arian Foster. I mean, but
plus they have one of the worst passing defenses.
Yeah,
but they do have J.J. Watt.
They do. That's true. And Mettenberger's a rookie quarterback on the road going against J.J. Watt.
Oh God, I forgot about that rookie quarterback on the road. Wait, no, that works for me.
Yeah.
So what am I complaining?
Yeah, you're fine. I'm going to take Houston also.
Strike what I said. Reverse it.
The stenographer has stricken it from the record. I checked. Okay.
And then we've agreed. We've agreed.
Yeah,
Fifth game.
Fifth game, we've agreed. All right.
That's fine.
Next one is Cleveland at Buffalo. Buffalo's -1.5.
Oh.
I didn't get to see any of the Buffalo game last night, but...
That's fine. It wasn't much of a game anyway.
They did take care of the Jets.
Handily took care of.
Geno Smith made a reappearance after Vic got injured. Didn't seem to matter. But I'm going to... Who are you taking this game?
I like the Bills.
Bills?
It's more that... I don't know. They do have Josh Gordon now.
Yeah. The disagreement train is back on. I'm going to go with Cleveland. Okay.
Cleveland does have a little more to play for. It's kind of a logjam in the AFC North right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, Josh Gordon had a great return last week, and, Hoyer did throw a few interceptions, but he made up for it in the end. And I think they can...
At the end?
Well, that's when it matters.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. With Cleveland's pass defense, I don't know how much Kyle Orton's going to be able to do. So, but they'll have to focus on stopping Boobie Dixon too, who had a nice game for himself last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Cleveland has more to play for, so I think that's why I'm picking them.
More to play for.
Let's see. Next.
You know who has plenty to play for? The San Diego Chargers, who head into Baltimore.
Yes.
Baltimore also has a lot to play for, and they're also favored by 4.5 points.
West Coast team coming East Coast for a 1:00 game.
Oh, God.
Alert.
What? Wait. Who did I pick? Oh, I picked Baltimore.
You picked Baltimore? Fine. All right. I'm picking Baltimore, too.
Okay. I should have picked up on that. That was stupid. Stupid of me.
Well, you picked Baltimore anyway, so.
I know. Just by happenstance.
Yeah. Baltimore's playing really well. Torrey Smith had a solid game, as you mentioned. Justin Fursett's really running the ball. The Chargers are kind of scrambling right now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll take Baltimore. If the spread was more like 7, I would probably take San Diego because I think it'll at least be a close, within a touchdown. But
it's also nice teaser territory too.
It is.
To take.
Yes, it is.
Wanted more T words for the alliteration, but I ran out because of Baltimore and San Diego.
All right.
Neither of which are T words.
Yeah.
And neither teams in the next game are T words either, because it's the New York Giants at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Giants favored by 3.
I'll take the Giants.
It's a combined 4 wins in this game.
Yeah. I'll still take the Giants.
Yeah, me too.
And I'll take ridiculous catches by Odell Beckham. If the line's 1.5, I'll take the over.
I don't know. don't know. I feel like that was his game. And
yeah, but he can have more ridiculous catches. It just won't be as great.
Wait, are you taking Odell Beckham?
What's that?
Did you just say Odell Beckham? You said?
Did I misspeak?
Well, the player who had the spectacular catch for the New York Football Giants was Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh, so, you're right. How silly of me. How silly of me. You're right.
So good luck.
Good luck placing that bet. Yeah. But yeah, for the game, I'll take the Giants.
Oh wow, he's a rookie.
Yeah, out of LSU, where they spell go with a EAUX.
It's French. It's fancy.
I guess
it's like French. It's like French vanilla creamer in your coffee. It's fancy.
All right, I'll accept that. But all right, you taking the Giants too?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is that one of those too easy picks? We should rethink it.
I don't think so.
Okay, I don't think so either. Next game, we got Cincinnati at Tampa Bay. Cincinnati's -4.
This one might give reason to sit and think about it, but I like Cincy though.
Yeah, I do too. Jeremy Hill had a solid game rushing. He had 87 yards and a touchdown. He's splitting carries with Giovanni Bernard against the Texans there. So I think that's kind of a dual threat for Cincinnati, to go along with AJ Green and Mohamed Sanu. And I don't think Tampa's. I mean, unless Dalton has one of those games he had against the Browns where he just collapses, I don't see Tampa winning or covering this game.
Yeah.
So you're in agreement?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any reason why I would not side with Cincinnati, but can't think of any, especially since Tampa Bay's offense is struggling as of late.
Yeah.
I guess the one thing to keep in mind that the last 5 meetings, of which date back to December 27th, 1998, Tampa has won all 5 contests.
That's interesting. But has Tampa been as bad those years as they are this year?
Well, 2010, 2006, 2002, 2001, 98. In 2010, Tampa was 10-6, Cincinnati was 4-12. So it's not like it's greatly emulating this year.
Right. And 5 games, come on, that's a small sample size.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. I won't get trapped into that.
All right. Get back to me when they hit 20 games. And then we'll go from there. But
a little more stability.
All right. Speaking of stability or lack thereof, we have Oakland at St. Louis. St. Louis -7.
What a fun game!
It is kind of fun game. It is kind of a fun game. I'm taking Oakland. I think they can cover that 7-point spread.
So, you know what? I did the same thing. Same reason.
Hey,
I feel like it's a lot of points.
Hear that, Oakland? We're picking you to cover 7 points.
See, now they're not going to do it.
Did I just screw that up?
I don't know. They've done it before.
Yeah. Yeah, they play teams tough, and St. Louis has those games where they're better than people anticipate. Especially when they beat Denver and they who was it this week? They played the Chargers. They lost by 3. The Rams can put up points and make some plays. So I think that'll actually be a fun game to watch.
The Rams can score points, and the Raiders can
keep it close.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Tony Sperano's making some solid improvements there in Oakland and giving them a little hint, a little glimmer of hope for the future. But
the Raiders are kind of like the computer AI in the classic arcade game Super Off-Road.
mm-hmm.
Like, if you keep winning by so much, the computer starts keeping up better. So then you can't win by as much. The computer sort of figures it out. It's like the Raiders are like that. Like, they don't let you win by a lot. They'll let you win.
Yeah.
But they'll the AI catches up. It's like that in NBA Jam, too. You can't win by too much.
Yeah.
It's called the rubber band AI.
And seven's a little too high for my liking.
Seven's a little too high.
All right. Next up, was that let's see. There's still more.
There's still
more. I was checking to see how many more 1 o'clocks we have. We have 2 more 1 o'clock games. This one you'll be in the city for New Orleans.
No, I won't.
Oh, you'll be back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you'll be there for Thanksgiving.
We'll be there for the hype.
Yeah, you'll be there for the hype. New Orleans at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is -3.
So they're essentially saying it's even Steven, except that they're playing downtown.
Downtown. Roethlisberger will have some Roethlisbergers before the game.
Yep. He's had plenty of time for that because they just had a bye.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he got his fill, and then he's like, you know what, guys, I'm just going to do that over the bye week.
Just
get ready to
have a Roethlisberger every day.
Yep. It's like his diet.
For the game, I'll take Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I had the same feeling.
Do you know what the weather's supposed to be like Sunday?
As of right now, it says chance of rain, high of 52.
Yeah, I don't think that bodes too well for New Orleans.
No.
They're not playing in their dome sweet dome like they did last night against Baltimore. Which, by the way, I play in both my fantasy leagues this week. I was leading going into last night's game, and I was playing against Drew Brees in both fantasy leagues. And that touchdown he had at the end of the game made me lose both leagues.
That's how they'll get you.
Yeah. Which it ended up being a garbage touchdown because they didn't get the onside kick anyway, but at the time it was a bit meaningful. But it's just frustrating.
Mm-hmm. That's like the time where I was winning. No, I was losing by 2 points with Drew Brees going into Monday night. And he scored -3 points. That was frustrating.
Yeah, that would be frustrating as well.
Very frustrating.
Yeah. All right, so both taking Pittsburgh?
Yep.
All right. Next up, we have Cam Newton versus Teddy Bridgewater. Minnesota's favored -2.5.
Sure, why? I don't really understand that, but I'm an idiot. So,
well, Panthers 3-7-1, Vikings are 4-7. It's not exactly a clash of the Titans here.
No, the Titans are playing early. We already talked about them.
Well, yeah, you're right.
I feel more comfortable with Carolina, but I don't know. I don't know why. Don't know why.
No reasoning at all.
Carolina's lost 5 in a row, coming off the bye week. Well, here, okay. I've talked myself into it. Here's why.
Okay.
Look at all of Carolina's losses. The Steelers, the Ravens, the Packers, the Seahawks, the Saints, the Eagles, the Falcons. Those are tough teams. Look at some of the Vikings losses. Pats, the Saints, Packers, Lions, Bills, Bears, Packers. Some tough teams, some not so tough teams.
Yeah, I mean, Minnesota played Packers tough last week. Like you said, Packers only won by 3. That's true. I was expecting a blowout, but that obviously didn't happen. But I mean, Minnesota playing at home, I'm gonna go with them.
The Panthers only lost by 2 to the division leading Atlanta Falcons, but
that division leader's under 500, so
they're under 400. I'll do you one better. They're under 400.
It's so bad, but
Who are you taking?
I'm taking Minnesota.
Okay.
I'm taking Minnesota mainly because they're at home, and if they play as well as they did Sunday, they can definitely beat the Panthers. And that'll looks like that'll do it for the 1:00 game. So, what's your favorite 1:00?
Pittsburgh? I think that'll be the most lively.
Yeah.
It's got a lot for both teams to play for. New Orleans, in that log jam atop the NFC South.
Yeah, that for me it was a toss up between that and the Raiders game. I think that Raiders-Rams game will be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, with the implications between if the Saints winning, losing, and the Steelers, same thing with their division. It's pretty tight both ways. Which is crazy to think about because the Steelers are 7-4, the Saints are 4-7, and both of them are atop, pretty much atop the division.
Poised to take either of their divisions.
Yeah, it just boggles my mind, but
that's football.
That's football. Next up, first 4:00 game, you got Cardinals at the Falcons. Cardinals -2.5. Battle of the Birds.
Battle of the Birds. One's a bird of prey, one's a bird of magnificent hues.
I'm going to take Arizona.
That's fair. That's what I'm going to do anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, they are traveling east, but they're playing 4:00, so that's null and void.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I wish I would have thought about that earlier.
I don't think that applies to 4:00 games.
Oh.
Because it'd be
what does apply?
It'd be like playing 1:00 on the West Coast.
I guess. What does apply is that the Cardinals are at -140 to win the division.
After Seattle beat them last week, that certainly did change.
Arizona's 2 games up with 5 to play. Oh boy, that's a lot tighter than I thought it was.
Yeah, that loss to Seattle made things a lot more interesting in that NFC West.
Speaking of interesting, this next game, I actually got kind of giddy when I saw this game.
Mm-hmm.
The New England Patriots at the Green Bay Packers, with Green Bay favored by 3. So ostensibly, it's a pick'em.
Right. What's the, let's see. ESPN has the over-under at 60.
Oh, I like that over.
What's that?
I kind of like that over.
I do too, but that also makes me a little bit concerned that it might turn out being like a
shootout.
Yeah, or it just might be a bit low scoring, like one of those games where both defenses step up and suddenly the offenses are struggling a little bit for points.
Yeah, and then Jonas Gray has another career day. Yeah.
So who are you taking?
Taking New England.
I am too. I'm taking New England. Plus 3, I think that's going to be a tight game.
Yeah.
And giving me points with New England.
I was going to say, when's the last time they've gotten points? Indianapolis.
Yeah, Indianapolis, they did. Yeah. And they crushed them. I
think that was the only time this season. No, they did versus Denver, and they crushed them too.
Was that after the Colts game?
Before.
Yeah.
2 games before, or 2 weeks before.
Yeah, so Denver and Indianapolis, they received points and crushed them, so I don't know.
Yeah, they gave out a beating.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll give out a beating to Green Bay, but I think they can at least cover 3 points.
Oh, yeah. You can tease that up to 9, too.
Ooh.
That whet your whistle, didn't it?
A little bit. We need to take
Well, you could also tease this next game of Denver at Kansas City, with Denver favored by 2. So you could tease Kansas City up to an 8-point underdog.
Denver kind of worries me a little bit.
There is a lot to play for.
There is a lot to play for. They did beat Miami on Sunday.
Not by much.
Not by much. No, they won by 3. They gave up 36 points. That is tough. And
I'm taking Kansas City.
You're taking Kansas City?
I'm taking Kansas City.
Denver is 2-3 on the road. Chiefs are 4-1 at home.
My spidey sense says that they're going to split this series. Denver's already won the home matchup.
But keep in mind the Chiefs will be without safety Eric Berry, which is
that is very worrisome.
There's no time for jokes. Yes, there is. There's always time for jokes.
There's always time for jokes.
All right. Well, I'm taking the Broncos.
Oh,
yeah,
because
the Chiefs still haven't thrown a touchdown to a wide receiver. Chiefs are coming off a loss to Oakland.
Yeah,
which they were probably looking past Oakland to the Denver game.
But that was last Thursday's game, so now they have more rest.
Right, but this is also a prime time game. This is Sunday night at 8:30.
That's true.
And Peyton's, Emmanuel Sanders had a good game. Demaryius Thomas, they were
a better game.
They were able to get things going offensively against a tough Miami defense, and I don't know that Kansas City will be able to take care of all of Denver's weapons.
Well, see, here's the X factor. C.J. Anderson had a great game against Miami. Mm-hmm. Kansas City has the 26th worst rushing defense. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One of the better passing defenses. One of the worst rushing defenses. So maybe Denver utilizes C.J. Anderson.
Yeah, and the way Denver sets up screen passes and utilizes slot receivers is tough for defenses to handle even when they know it's coming. So, and without Eric Berry, I think that's going to be a tough task for Kansas City.
A very tough task. I'm going to keep using that, so get used to it.
Just to give a comparison for receivers, Demaryius Thomas for the Broncos has 82 receptions for 1,192 yards and 9 touchdowns. Dwayne Bowe is the leading receiver for Kansas City with 44 receptions, 551 yards, and 0 touchdowns.
Leading literal receiver.
I don't think they can keep doing that the way, keep doing things the way they're doing. So
they could try.
Yeah, they could try. Jamal Charles is going to have a stellar game against Denver. Denver is second overall in opponent rushing yards, so that might be tough. It might be tough. Yeah. They're giving up 75 yards per game to the opposing running back. So that'll be something to keep an eye on for sure. See what Jamal Charles and Niall Davis can do. Let's see. There's another divisional matchup here. We got Dolphins at the Jets. Miami is -4.5. Jets playing at home. It's going to be cold this weekend. I don't know how much that matters for Miami, though.
Tried to come up with some pun with this game in Cyber Monday, which features phenomenal sales, but I couldn't come up with any.
I'm taking Miami. Like I'm going to take a PS4 from Walmart.
Ooh.
How about that?
I like both of those.
Yeah, I'll take Miami. I don't have any. Last week I took a chance on the Jets and they did not pan out for me.
Well, the quarterback situations, in flux. What is the official ruling so far? Michael Vick is questionable right now.
Yeah.
Isn't sure who will start.
Even if he does, I don't have too much faith in the Jets' offense, especially against a tough Dolphins defense.
Yeah, that's true.
The only thing that may slightly sway my pick is I have two friends who are Dolphins fans going to the game, and I feel as though they might be they themselves might turn the tide for the Jets.
That they'll jinx them.
Yeah, the one Monday night primetime game, my friends are able to go to is against the Jets, and the way their Dolphins have been playing this year has been great, and I worry that them going there in person might affect that somehow. But Dolphins defense is just too good. They're fourth in pass defense, and they're 11th in rush defense. So even if the Jets have had success with one or the other this season, it's going to be tough against Miami.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel confident in Miami, which makes me question myself. But I thought the Jets could cover against the Bills last week, but obviously that didn't happen. But fortunately for me, in my one fantasy league, I had the Bills defense, but turned out not to matter since I lost anyway. So that was my weekend. All right, what's your favorite late game?
Easily New England, Green Bay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Denver, Kansas City's a close
thing. Yeah, that Patriots-Packers game is going to be a good one.
But there's a lot to enjoy for that.
Yeah.
New England, Green Bay game.
A lot of food to eat, a lot of good deals, a lot of football.
Good meals, good deals, good football. Couldn't come up with a third one.
That works.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Good enough for Kevin to work.
All right. Let's see. I'm just trying to think Sunday what game I don't want to watch.
Yeah, what's the far screen game?
Giants Jaguars?
That's a good choice.
Probably. That or Panthers Vikings.
I'd say it's probably Giants Jags.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, but I don't decide on which games get played on which TV.
Hopefully that's the pillar game.
So I can block my view of that game. Well, unless, the only reason really for me to watch that game is to see what Odell Beckham Jr. does.
That's true.
Yeah, other than that, it's got no bearing on anything other than my picks.
No bearing.
All right.
No bearing.
So that'll settle up for our picks this week. Anything else you want to add for week 13?
No. I'm a little curious to see how these division odds shake up though as we keep going forward. I'm going to take notes. Not mental notes. I'm going to take literal notes and track the trajectories of these division odds because I'm curious. See if there's a time to strike or time to not strike.
Title of the page, Justin's division odd notes.
Yep. Whether I should be bearish, but not on the Bears. I know. I really need to take notes so I have, I'm well prepared for next year.
I have one of my friends that I watch football with. He has a little notebook that he keeps track of his wagers in. So that might be something worth investing in.
That's true.
But
I can do that electronically.
Yeah.
In my Newton.
Those Newtons, man, they're quite the device.
Cutting edge.
So I'll do it for football picks this week. Justin, you got your new Comic Wednesday post going out this week?
Yeah, that sounds like something I'd do.
Yeah, I know you and I were discussing a little bit beforehand about a slight lack of availability this week.
Yeah, if you were heading to the comic store, which is, things that I do, might be a good week to try some different things out. Mm-hmm. For example, there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from IDW. There's also a Ninja Turtles Ghostbusters crossover
Interesting.
from IDW. There's G.I. Joe from IDW. There's Gotham by Midnight having its debut issue from DC, which is essentially a supernatural look at the goings-on at Gotham City.
Interesting.
Which, it does sound interesting.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's, try some new things this week. If I could have one central thesis, try some new things.
Give it a go. Yeah, I know last week I went to my local comic book stop, and I went to get Axis number 6, and they didn't have it because UPS damaged the package, so they had to send back 150 comics.
I've been there.
So it's a little disappointing, but I'll have to pick it up this week when they get restocked. So
yeah, there's not a new one this week, so it'll be all right. Get all caught up.
Get all caught up and ready to go for next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that'll do it. I know I have Assassin's Creed Rogue review that should be going up here Tuesday. Trying to think what else. There's also Kyle wrote a review for Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PS4.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Because I was curious what he thought.
Yeah, I played it for PS3 and I enjoyed it, and it's part of the bundle I'm hoping to get on this weekend with the deals going on. So I will definitely play it again since it's included for sure. But,
yep.
All right. Well, yeah, you can always check the website. There's tons of stuff going on there. Movie reviews, game reviews, comic book releases, basically anything entertaining. That's why it's called Entertainment Buddha, right?
I guess you're right.
The name doesn't lie. All right. Yeah, you can check us out, www.entertainmentbuddha.com. You can also find us on Twitter at Entertainment Buddha and also at No Punt Intended. That's at No Punt, the number 10, DED. And I think that'll do it for this week. So enjoy Thanksgiving. And Justin, you want to take us out?
Are we done?
I think we're done.
No, we're done. All right. Shut it down. Shut it down.